Welcome to its topic. In this video, I am going to discuss some common mistakes that we do while we are doing C programming practical. At first, we generally write the header file stdio as studio.h. Here, what happens when we write like this way? When we check for the mistakes, we didn't find, because in our mind it's there that the stdio spelling is stduio. So when we run the program, when we compile the program, we will see that studio.h no such file or directory. That means this studio.h file is not there in C compiler. So we will change this header file name. Now this program will work. So now we are getting the output. Now one more common mistake in C programming is normally we forget to write the semicolon after the statement. If we do like this mistake, we will get this type of error. When we run, we'll see we'll get this type of error expected semicolon before return. Before return means we are getting a mistake in line number 4. We'll get red color icon also. Before return O, that means return 0 before, here we should give a semicolon which we have missed. That's why our program does not work. Now if we give the semicolon and compile the program, it will work. Now one more mistake I have observed in practical classes, that many students forget to give space between return 0. They write the return 0 together this way, return 0 together. And when you are writing the command in C compiler, you will see if you don't give any spaces between return and 0, the return color will be in black, and if you give a space, it will change into dark blue or maybe any other color. It depends on the theme of the compiler, theme of the editor. So if we remove the space and compile the program, you will see it will show us error that return O undeclared. First use the function. It treat as a function and said that it is undeclared. That's why we have to give a space. And one more mistake, many of us forget to write the F symbol sometime. So when we forget to F, it will come some mistake like print undeclared. So undefined reference print, because the C compiler understand only printf. And sometimes what happen, we give our space then writing the F, like print one space then F. That will also throw us error. So you can see print, did you mean int? So we have to give it together. Now sometime what happened, in int main we don't give the bracket, this bracket. We may forget to give the bracket, then what type of error we will get it. So let's see. We are getting this error in function main expected declaration of specifier before printf. Printf before and line number 7 expected at the end of input. That means we have missed this braces. So we'll write the braces here. And sometimes suppose my bracket opening and closing is there, and means one extra bracket is there. If do like that, then also our program will not work. So you can see, so we have to close it. Now to declare the variable names, sometimes we write just int, then the variable name x, comma, y. Don't give any space. So it will also throw us an error, because after int we must give one space. So if we run this program, we will see intx undeclared. So if we have to give a space, when we give a space, the keyword changes into dark blue color. And after the variable name, we have to give if we have multiple variables, we have to give comma, and at last semicolon. If we don't give the semicolon, it will throw us an semicolon or syntax error. It's coming that semicolon or comma expected. So we have to add it. Now suppose I am writing a printf statement and we are writing here enter the value of x. And writing here this one. Now if we don't close the quotation, like at first we have started the quotation from enter but forgot to close the quotation. Now see what type of error we will get. So here showing error missing terminating character. You will read the message and you will know that line number 5 we are missing this terminating character, means this quotation. So we have to add the quotation at last. And one more, now we are reading the variable scanf. If we directly write %d and the variable name, now see if we compile the program we will get expected expression before modulus sign or that percentage sign. If we write this modulus sign without any quotation, it will treat as an operator, modulus operator. So it thinks that we are doing some calculation. So as modulus operator is binary operator, so it is finding one more operand before it. So we have to write it within double inverted comma. Now if we run it, we will get two more mistakes. One is we are not giving ampersand symbol. Well, while we are using scanf statement, we have to give ampersand symbol and at last semicolon. So still two mistakes are there. Let's see what type of error we will get. So here coming semicolon before printf, means and line number is 6. Line number 6 before printf we have to give a semicolon. So I am giving the semicolon. Now we'll see build and run. So it's working. I am giving a value but nothing will come because I have not displayed the value of x. If we display the value of x, we can do like this way. Again we will give %d for taking input, and for showing output we use %d for integers, and the location I am writing as x. Now you will see the program will work perfectly, it will run, but if I write the value of x as 5, we will get nothing as output. It should display the output as 5 but we are getting nothing. This type of mistakes are called as runtime error, means our code doesn't have mistake but our logic, or we did some mistake in our program which cannot be found in compilation time. So here I have missed the ampersand symbol. We have to add ampersand symbol while using scanf statement. Now if we build a program and enter the value as 6, we will get 6 as output. So this one, remember, in scanf statement when we are using %d, c or f, we have to use ampersand symbol before the variable name, but in printf statement we don't have to use that ampersand symbol. Now in for loop, suppose we have to write a for loop. In for loop also we are doing some common mistake. For I just, now I have to display 10 number. For I equal 1, I less than equal 10, comma I plus plus, then semicolon, and inside bracket we are writing printf %d because we have to display this one integers. Then we are writing here variable as I and semicolon. Now did you observe what type of mistake I have done? At line number 5, to separate the expression in a for loop we have to use semicolon, but in second expression I have used comma. So this will throw us an error. So let's run the program. So it's showing line number 5 semicolon expected before bracket. So exactly what mistake it told, so we have to do it, just we'll give a semicolon. Now again we will build and run. Now it's showing expected bracket before I. So line number 7. Line number 7. Here, as I have given semicolon, so it treat as a function, treat as finish. So this scope, the program does not understand this scope or this block, because I have terminated the for loop here only. I have given semicolon. A semicolon means termination of a statement. So we have to remove the semicolon. Now if we build and run again, we will get expected bracket before I, this mistake before of this one. While we display something or take input, then we have to write the variable names by giving a comma symbol. Now let's run the program. So we are getting the output as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Now if we give a semicolon in for loop again, let's see now whether it work or not. So you see we are getting the output as only 1 and 1, because for that reason, to work, this type of mistakes are known as runtime error. Means our program compiled throwing no error but still does not work, because I have given semicolon in the for loop. And remember, for and if, we should not give any semicolon after the bracket or after the conditions or after the statement. And let's see. So now it's working, and if you have to display the output in line by line, then you have to add a /n. You can add the /n before the D or after the D. So now you will see the output will appear in different lines, as you can see. Now for if statement, now in the for loops we have just one statement. So when we have to display just one statement, then we can use it without any braces. So let's do it. Printf %d, and we will display the value of I. So I, then semicolon. Now let's compile. We are showing this, getting the output, and if we give a /n, we will get the number in different lines. Now if we have to do something else, like one more thing we have to do, we are displaying the value, we have one more variable s, and we have to display the value of s each time instead of d. So in for loop only I am writing it as equal s plus I. Now you will see I am getting the output as what? I am getting the output as only 11, because I have multiple lines. That's why we have to keep them in a braces, inside a braces. Now if I keep them inside a bracket, it will work perfectly. You see. So I am getting the number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, but if I remove the bracket, it will not perfectly. So the mistake which we don't get from the compiler, but while we compile we don't get the desired output, that type of mistakes are known as runtime mistake. And the mistake, some mistakes are like syntax mistake. When we do syntax mistake, we will not get any output, we will get directly error on the log file, or if you are doing turbo C, there only you will get the line number and the mistake. After the correction only the program will run. So these are some common mistakes that we do while we are doing C programming. My most common mistake is, most of the time I missed semicolon. And what is your common mistake? You can write in comment section. And if you have any other common mistakes while you are doing C programming, you can write in comment section. Thank you for watching. See you in a new video. Till then, take care and bye.